Lady Ballers was something else. I'm gonna give you a quick review on if you should watch this movie, Lady Ballers, from the Daily Wire. So basically, this is kind of like a political spoof, but not too much as a surprise. Where it's basically this team of former basketball players in like high school or whatever they were doing. They come back to play out of their prime against women by identifying as women. Now, all the trigger warnings that you may need. I don't actually think necessarily the movie was that political. So if you're worrying about being political, they definitely mention a couple things, but I kind of thought it was going to be more political. So that's one thing. That's kind of good. And I don't really like it when they jam political messages down your throat. So I had done a trailer reaction to this, and I actually predicted that the jokes would not be funny and that the slapstick comedy would be the funniest part. So I was partially correct. When you're watching this movie, they have some jokes that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so stupid. And you're laughing. So even though the joke is stupid, like you're already laughing. Definitely that was like the minority though, like 20% were like that. The rest of them fell off, like exactly as predicted. They were just like, so the slapstick comedy, that was the good part. That was a funny part. I think the humor will hit or miss depending on how you like your humor. If you really like the slapstick comedy things,
Are you gonna move? I am not.
like, I found some of it funny, don't get me wrong, but I didn't find it like super hilarious. But my mother found it super hilarious, the slapstick comedy, for example. Or like, I would say some other people I was watching it didn't necessarily like. It really just depends, because I didn't actually find it that funny of a movie, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I was seeing some other people laugh, and I was like, oh, interesting. Like, the laugh is not like, ha ha ha, it's like dying. I'm just kidding. And I'm like acting like to hear that they're a crazy person right there. Don't get me wrong, it has funny moments, it has a very weak plot. So, I don't think that the Daily Wire's done a couple movies. This is probably not one of their bests. I do think it is better than a lot of bad movies out there from like bigger companies, like Expendables 4. See, this one they spent like $1 million or something. I don't even know how much they spent. In Expendables 4, they spent like $100 million, and one's a winner, one's a loser. Even though this one's not so much of a winner, I have to give it honestly like a 5.5 out of 10, because it's like, I just didn't feel it. It wasn't funny enough for me to be like a great comedy movie, and it didn't have that great of a plot either to uplift it. But honestly, I think if you have a different type of comedy taste than I do, like an opposite, you probably will like this movie a lot more. You probably think it's like a 7, honestly. I could see either way. Like, if I was laughing as much as like the other people that were watching were laughing, I'd probably think it's like a high 6 or a low 7. So take it with a grain of salt. And if you want to see the trailer reaction to get a little taste of what is to come if you were to watch this movie, you just need a little bit more. Go and check it out, and I'll see you in the next one.